Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, you know that courage is lonely or individual, and cowardice is has company. That is usually people when they're afraid they try to form groups and then they act, but courageous individuals don't mind acting alone. So in this article that I have here, it's another example of a hyena who's hiding behind a bad lion in order to, excuse me, in order to make policies and challenge the other lion that otherwise would not dare to even look in the eyes. And I'm talking about Lithuania, right? Lithuania, at the shade of the big lion, which is United States and slash NATO. And on the other side we have the other lion, which is Russia. Lithuania would not dare to raise its eyes from the ground, let alone challenge Russia if would be in the real world. Now, since it allowed to be part of an alliance that uses its territory for strategic means and its population in case something happens, then it's got the protection of the big boss, which is okay. Weak people do this, or entities. What can you do? You have to survive somehow. So I totally understand that. The thing is, I have this article, and it's very funny how the Lithuanians are wording their ideas, and I think you might find that funny as well. This article comes from Ukrinform. It is from today, the 21st of November 2022. This is the title: Lithuania Parliament Vice Speaker. And this is what this person says. NATO. Ukraine's air defense systems should jointly down Russian missiles. So did you hear anything over there about Lithuania should down any Russian missiles? It's NATO, Ukraine's air defense systems should jointly down Russian missiles. So you pinpointed here NATO, an alliance where Lithuania is part of, and then plus Ukraine, which is the territory where the fight occurs. And then you have Russia. You don't hear about Lithuania doing anything. Lithuania is part of NATO, so we together as a group, we're gonna do it. Oh my, let's see what other things this guy says. The air defense systems of the NATO allies group, remember group, beginning of the video, and Ukraine should begin, Ukraine being, the person who's right now like that, should begin to jointly shoot down Russian missiles as deep as possible over the territory of Ukraine. Such a move would serve to de-escalate and ensure that missile attacks on NATO territory are prevented. This person's name is a Vice Speaker, right, of Lithuania's Seimas Paulius Saudargas. Okay, so I will say Mr. Paulius. Okay, Mr. Paulius, he thinks that this is the way it should be, and this is will de-escalate. Let me see the words exactly. Will serve to de-escalate and ensure. That's a different. So de-escalate. Do you think that would de-escalate? So let's see. We got Ukraine, we got Russia, we got Lithuania, we got Poland, we got Belarus, we don't put that, we got Hungary, we got Romania. Okay, so these are kind of like whomever is around over there too. So Lithuania has the idea that NATO together, meaning United States, Great Britain, France, and Lithuania as well, will shoot Russian missiles that would shoot, but remember, there's two countries fighting here, supposedly, Russia and Ukraine. So these guys say that what if we just blow missiles that the Russians are hitting in Ukraine, therefore we just de-escalate the situation, and we ensure that there's no accidents from Russians hitting our territory. Now, I have a little question for Paulus, because as I said many times, this kind of people provide the first move. It's like you play chess with a novice person who doesn't play chess or is dumb. Either way, whatever the situation might be. He thinks, or she thinks, in this case is Paulus, only at the first move. He thinks, if I'm going to move this right here, then I can attack that. Or if I do like this, I'm going to just take that little piece of Mr. Kosman here. And then he's going to say, I'm doing it. Did it. And he say, Emmy. And I'm like, okay, all right. Now, he doesn't know that by doing that, he opens so many things behind, and his little fucker over there can be destroyed by multiple ways. So you think of all these things. Before you freaking move your thing, Mr. Paulus, you think if you move over there, then what? But Paulus is very smart, not. And he thinks only at the first move. Why don't we do this? And that, in his insect mind, will result definitely in de-escalation of the conflict. What do you think? We don't have insect minds, like bzz, 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 two nerves over there touching sometimes, like Mr. Paulus had. What do you think would happen? Do you think that Russia will fuck the shit out of Lithuania? Do you think? And if you think, what proportion, what percentage would you offer? Would you give 99%? Would you give 50%? You would give 20%? I would personally would give about 99%. Now, do you think that Russia might use other weapons besides the conventional ones? Let's go again with percentages. How much do you think Russia will say, okay, well, that means you are part of the conflict and we are not in a mood of wasting time like we waste with Ukraine, and we're going to give you some big candies. How many of you think that this is going to be about 90% or 80% chance? How many of you think it's going to be 50%? And how many think 0% or 20%? Well, I think that these guys actually expose themselves to a little punch in the face that will take care of Lithuania forever. And remember, if that was to happen, I guarantee you nobody will retaliate against Russia. And I guarantee you in about 98% vote right here for me. Okay? So let's say if Russia says, okay, you do this, you shot my missiles down, in case Russia gets crazy and does that to Lithuania and sends one, boom, Lithuania has 2.5 million population. And it's not a big country, but it's there. So you just destroy, let's say, Kaunas and Vilnius, right? Any other cities over there? Maybe they are, but these are the main ones. I know those ones. I've been in them, so I know. So, not because I've been in, no. I know because geography. So, Vilnius and Kaunas. So, if they hit those two, with one shot, not two, one, boom. Who do you think is going to shoot nuclear weapons against Russia? Let's say 90% they will retaliate NATO towards Russia with nuclear weapons for that. 90% they will. 50% they will. 1% they will. All right? That's what I think. So I think this weasel exposes his country and his nation and humanity to something greater than his little insect brain, not brain, nerve over there that is like, that's all. He exposes us with his great idea. What do you think, man? What do you think? I think it's a stupid idea. I think it's not an escalation. It's a, how do you call it? This is the wall kind of escalation. You get here, from here, there's no more escalation. You know why? Time's up. Good job, Paulus. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.